Hi guys, it's Anna Anders humbly here at GLOBALPEACE.com. I just got out of my kitchen and I need to do some bitching. You ever have a day where you wake up and everything that you try to do just goes to shit, goes to piss in a handbasket? You ever have those days, guys? Because I'm having one of those days here at home today. Got up, taking care of my elder mother-in-law. Pissy morning all over the place, no pun intended, quite seriously, actually and factually. So we cleaned all that up and I thought, you know, it's going to be a pissy day. And so I come up to my kitchen and I'm trying to do stuff in the kitchen. Just now, I'm making black beans, like a Spanish rice and beans kind of thing. And just now, I was chopping a beautiful organic red onion and the whole damn thing fell on the floor, right down in the bowls where I feed the dogs and stuff, and it fell apart. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, then I look at my cabinet door and it's open in the corner. It's a corner cabinet door, kind of like a trifold, or not a trifold, a bifold. And it's off the hinge. And I'm like, what the hell? So, I mean, and then earlier, because I had to clean up that other mess earlier, I had some cleaning solution that I needed to refill and take downstairs. So as I was refilling that, I spilt that all over my kitchen. Wasn't planning on mopping. We already mopped our floors this week. It's just a shitty and pissy day. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted you guys to catch me on my shitty and pissy day mode of energy here. And what I want to say is, you know, when these days happen to us humanly and humbly and drudgingly, there's nothing we can do about it. You have to just go with the shit that's revealed and the piss that's revealed is all I can say. And laugh your day away because it's shit, you know, it's like really messed up. I feel like I need to go back to bed and wake up all over again for this day. That's how bad it's been in my kitchen. But, you know, earlier I told my mother-in-law, I said to her, you know, when you're having a hard time, not necessarily on the external level, but up here, find some heart gratitude and try to shift your attitude. So, you know, people, I try not to give the lip service without giving the hip service. And so I'm humbly Anna Anders here, and yeah, I'm humbly trudging and frustrated, so frustrated this morning, and irritated too. Also irritated because I resent, and I have some resentments, I resent having to do, and I was just thinking about this in my kitchen, I resent having to do work for other people that should have done it right the first time for themselves. You know, like the other day when we were standing in line, Carrie and I both, you didn't see Carrie in the video, but when we were standing in line there at Metro Health Medical Center for the pharmacy refill, you know, there was a cranky person behind me and cranky person in front of me. I was sandwiched between the two of them, and Carrie was making witness to the whole situation. Even though you guys didn't get that part of the video, I know what manifested before, and so that's why I whipped my camera out on his little smart-ass mouth. You know, and here's, I guess we can turn this mess maybe into a message, I hope, with this video in particular. What I want to say is we're all going to make messes. We've all made a mess of our world, pretty much, by contributing and not contributing. But when I say not contributing, I mean by sitting on our couches, resting on our laurels, being full of apathy and not doing jack shit about what's going on in our world today. And so, and I want to throw this video in reverse now back to when I was standing in line the other day for the pharmacy. You know, people have bad attitudes all over the place these days, and mean people really do suck. They suck the nice right out of you, and it's like, what do we do with that energy? What can we do with that energy? You know, we can observe it. We can try not to contribute to it, try to stay in our own mojo, in our own internal drala and external drala. Drala means energy in the Tibetan way, okay? So, and hi everyone, I'm Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. I love exploring this beautiful, so beautiful world that God made for all of us. You know, it's not a vanilla ice cream world. It is a Neapolitan world from local to global. And it's not just for some people that say, we're the chosen people. Well, you're the chosen people who've been going to war with who? The history timeline will prove that. History timeline will prove that. And I just learned some things last night, and the timeline for me is being connected. And what I gotta say, in that process of timelines being connected, people are not being respected. People are not being respected and haven't been respected all throughout the course of naughty Illuminati history. Take the word history itself and break it down. His story, not her story, okay? And I want to tell you guys, my other half, she comes from an indigenous culture, tribal culture that was here way long before Christopher Illuminati Naughty Man showed up to say, hey, I discovered America. No, you didn't discover it. That would be like me, Anna Anders, going to Israel today and saying, hey, I discovered Israel. If I showed up in a canoe, you know, and landed on land there and looked at all those people and said, hey, I discovered Israel. And let me start dominating, controlling, manipulating, infiltrating, and educating them on what I think they need to do. See, that's what happened to the course of history. And that's no mystery. See, there's no mystery in that equation. So do the math on it, people, and know that we are in deep doo-doo. And I'm not in such deep doo-doo now that I reflect going backwards into my kitchen right now that's a hot mess because of me dropping and spilling everything today. But our world is in a hot mess, and we need to do something about that. We, the people of the planet as a whole unit and continuum, needs to do something to monitor all of that. And I'm sorry, people, but you know, I want to say to the big bad wolves, political wolves, okay, they really dress it up like they're in sheep's clothing, but they're wolves, and they need to be spoken to. And what I want to say to them is, you've messed it all up. You messed it all up, and your naughty Illuminati United Nations is not going to fix it. And our naughty Illuminati politics won't fix it either. So it's a hot mess. Everything is a hot mess currently, and it all needs to be addressed. So I guess my challenge to you as individuals on Facebook today, and not just on Facebook, you know, let's take Facebook out of the equation. You as an individual human being, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to contribute your part into this world, into this equation, to clean up the corrupt politics, to clean up the naughty Illuminati, Zionist, fascism that has infiltrated and infected our nation? And not only our nation, this goes all the way back to when they were killing the Russian Christians. So, and who killed the Russian Christians in Russia? Do your homework, people. You're going to find out. Those would be the same people that crucified Jesus, okay? So, and I just learned this stuff, and I'm like, wow, it's not hard to figure out the timeline of all of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Palestinians was definitely there way before the chosen warmongers showed up to say, we're the chosen people. No, you're not. We are all, as a humanity, as a global humanity, we are all chosen people. Culturally speaking, individually, collectively, you name it. So this is my rant for today. This is where I'm at. I hope I have a better day today. I mean, it's been pissy and shitty thus far, and I'm going to call this video Pissy and Shitty. And you know, pissy and shitty happens to all of us, and it ain't so pretty. And so I wanted to share that mojo with you. And I guess I'm going to have to restart my day, and that's the beauty of my 12-step fellowship rooms. They have a lot of sayings in those 12-step rooms, and they say, you can restart your day at any time, Anna. So, you know, going to say some serenity prayers. I'm going to burn some cedar and sage and try to get this energy out of my being. So, and I'm very disappointed in people. And so that's more or less what that video was about the other day with those two people that I was sandwiched in between. It's just, I've had enough, and I've already been spelling that out on my videos on YouTube with people, you know. I mean, I shouldn't have to be, I'm not accountable for other people's behaviors. They are, okay? Just like I'm not accountable for other people's lack of professionalism, too. You know, I go to seek services, to get services rendered for my health. I expect to have those health issues resolved, and they were not resolved. I went 4 times physically, and I went multiple times over the phone to try to get some prescriptions refilled, which were never addressed. And I'm still sick here today, and my family is making witness to that. You know, and I'm documenting, and I'm not just going to lay down and take it. I have a beautiful medical resume, and so right now that's the other part of my frustration too, and I'm going to speak to it real quick and then get off here. But I have to sit down and spell it out for people, what happened to me in the course of a corrupt work environment. That's letter number 1 that I'm working on. That's a present project. Then letter number 2 is what I'm working on, what I endured and experienced and didn't experience when I went to pursue medical care for myself when I was injured on the job. So that's letter number 2. So I have to do 2 different letters. And when it comes to doing letters and writing, I don't mind writing creatively and poetically. I love that because it's God inspired. But when I have to write documents because of corrupt energies, I resent it. I resent it to the hilt because I feel that those people should be writing these documents and not me. And I shouldn't have to pursue my rights, but I have to pursue my rights because there's been a lot of injustices that currently and recently that have transpired and happened. So I will stand up for my constitutional rights. I will stand up for my civil rights and my civil liberties, and I will do it respectfully with my mouth and with recording devices whenever I feel the need that I have to do that, because it's just unjust. It's totally unjust and unfair. So that's where I'm at, and take it how you want to take it. I don't care. The struggle's really real, and I know it's not just real for me. It's real for a lot of people on this planet that have had to take the injustices of the corrupt crap that's been dished out all the way from the naughty Illuminati ones from local to global. I'm humbly Anna Anders. This video is way too damn long, and I need to get back in my kitchen so I can prepare some breakfast to have with my family here. Yeah, what time is it? 1 o'clock. We don't usually eat this late, but it is what it is. So peace out on the planet, people, and may God bless all families that are going through the struggles the same as we are, humbly and trudgingly. And may God bless all people that are trying to stand up for what's right and stand up in this dark, and I'm going to call it a tyrannical night, because politically speaking, that's what we're living in, tyrannical times. The people that did 9/11, it was not one man in a cave. And these people know who the hell they are. And they would be the naughty Illuminati ones. Find out about Skull and Bones, because the Bush regime, Prescott Bush, George Bush Sr., and Bush Jr., all 3 of them from Texas, oil men, were part of Skull and Bones secret societies, which ties in and links in with the oil and banker men and women. And when I say that, yes, I'm talking about the Clintons too, and little Miss Hillary Clinton. So it's all a rich man's trick. And speaking of that, reminds me of a documentary that every American should sit down on their smart TVs at home and watch from beginning to end. It's called From JFK to 9/11, A Rich Man's Trick. And again, from JFK to 9/11, A Rich Man's Trick. It's a long documentary, but if you're snowed in, it's a wonderful documentary to watch, and so you can learn and wake up and take up the real truth of what manifested in the United States of corrupt Illuminati, naughty Illuminati Israel. So that's where we're at, folks. And then also there's a speech, the Benjamin H. Friedman speech. You want to listen to that speech as well in its full entirety, because that will spell out World War I and World War II. And by the time you get done with all that, there's more that you can do on your own research. I'm humbly Anna Anders, and I refuse to support any corrupt, naughty Illuminati political hidden agendas anymore. I had to wake up, and this is how I take up the truth. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out on the planet for everyone, everywhere, and genuine truth out for everyone, everywhere. Not fabricated fiction of the naughty Illuminati ones. That game is over. That ball game is done. Have a good one.